I look so different with this color.
Well, we've just gone live, and you said that. So.
Sorry. Mental thought. Sorry.
Afternoon, everyone. How we doing? That was we're joined by Giggsy as always. She was having a mental thought, and she said it out loud. So there we go. It's a perfect way of starting a live stream. It can't get much better than that now. But now we're here to talk about Arsenal this stream, and of course the Premier League restarting over the weekend when we played, of course, Fulham on Saturday. We had lots of great performances in there. We've got lots to talk about, and we're actually a little bit early as well. We're half an hour early today, so it's a little bit strange coming on at 3:30 rather than 4. But oh well. I'm looking forward to doing the stream anyway, and so let's talk about the build up to the game. Of course, Andy Martinez is on his move, on the verge of a move, I should say, moving to Aston Villa now, and it looks like that deal was done. It looks like Lucas Torreira's got a move as well, so they weren't in the squad. Alongside Ozil, Guendouzi, and some of the other players, David Luiz still injured as well. He's injured with the problems with his neck that he's had. It means he's out for the first few games of the season. So when you saw that lineup, of course, the main talking point was Martinez not being in the squad. But other than that, what would you say, about the lineup as a whole, with Leno and the lineup that we had, William playing, Gabriel playing as well, and El Neni playing, and just the lineup as a complete, 11.
I was excited because I said it before. I wanted to see William and Gabriel play. I wanted to see what they could possibly bring to our dynamic, and they did amazing. Like, I was shook. I was like, whoa, this is what we signed up for? What? Okay. I see you.
And of course, Gabriel, his debut couldn't have gone much worse in the first few minutes. We'll get onto that shortly. But even before the game, there was a little scrap between Eddie Nketiah and Dani Ceballos as well. And everyone, of course, made that out into being something completely ridiculous when
they blew it out of proportion. It was
just a bit of nothing, really. Yeah.
Really, it's men. Men have these urges, and they get frustrated, and they act on their frustrations. Like I've said it many times before, it's brothers fight, and Arsenal is a family. Brothers fight.
Yeah.
10 seconds later, they're gonna be like, "Hey, what's up?" Yeah, no, it happens.
That's right, but you can see Dani Ceballos was frustrated not to be in that lineup. Of course, he was just re-signed on loan as well, and confirmed not too long before that, just a few days before that, I think it was. And of course, he'd want to get back into that team straight away. He's got a good bond and a good partnership with Granit in the middle there as well. And I'm sure he just wanted to carry on where he left off at the end of last year.
No, like I definitely understand the frustration, and it's good to have in a way. You need to direct it better than he did.
Yeah.
It's good to be frustrated because that shows that you have passion for the team, that you want to play, you want to make things happen. But there's a good way and there's a bad way, and he went the bad way. It's okay. We all make mistakes, but at least he was big enough to show later on in his Instagram story, we're all good. Him and Eddie are good. So yeah.
It happens, and they moved on from it pretty quickly after the game. So, and of course, the fact we won as well. No one really cares about that anymore because we won the game. So, of course, we spoke about the lineup. Gabriel was in, William was in. Gabriel was a little bit shaky the first few minutes, and I was a little bit worried when he put that pass back to Leno and Fulham, got in, and I think it was one of their strikers. I can't remember what the name of the striker was. It might have been Camara, was it? I don't remember the striker that got in anyway. And it took Leno to get down low to make that stop and kind of push it away from the striker there because, that was a very nervy moment on his debut for the young Brazilian, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. And I think it was like how they were saying, it was a miscommunication, which happens, especially he had to be nervous. It was his first game as an Arsenal player.
Yeah.
Something was going to happen. And luckily, Arsenal has been training and they support each other. So Leno was there for him. So it's good that, yeah, we made a mistake. Don't do it again. But at least we have the support of each other to correct it.
That's right. And then, he grew into the game really well after that. And, we grew into the game as a team after that as well. And I think, that was after 2 or 3 minutes, just about 5 minutes later, we were 1-0 up. We had the ball through, who was it that had the original ball? Was it Granit Xhaka who had the original ball, was it? And he put it through into Willian, and Willian had the shot that was saved and then parried out. And Lacazette was there from 2 yards out to just put it into an open goal and give us the lead.
No, it was, I think it went from Shaka to Aubameyang. Aubameyang caught it because it was going to go out of past the line. He brought it back in, and then he sent it across to William. William kicked, and then Laka got the rebound.
Yeah, so Aubameyang was involved as well, but yeah, it was Xhaka that started off the play. And then, it's great for Lacazette to get an early goal as well. One of the kind of players that, he works really hard for that team. And sometimes he can be a little bit overlooked as a striker, and actually that getting the goals, because Aubameyang just gets ridiculous numbers every season. But Lacazette to get off the mark early on as well was really good there. And yeah, William was involved in that one, and we'll talk about William quite a lot in a little while as well, because he had a great game and he was involved in everything. But how good was it for Lacazette? It couldn't have felt any easier for him or any nicer for him. 2 yards out there, and there we are. We're 1-0 up within the first 10 minutes.
I just loved it. He saw the opportunity, he went for it, and oh my god, it was so sweet. You could tell on his face, like he was like focused, and then when it went in, he was like.
That's right. Bernie's in the chat there. Hey, Bernie, how are you?
Hey, Bernie.
Hopefully you're doing all right. So that was, of course, the first kind of part of the game. We went 1-0 up after 10 minutes there. And then, after that, I thought we looked all right. Fulham had a few half shots, and, Leno didn't really have to make too many saves. All the shots that Fulham had were virtually straight at him, or comfortable for him, or easy for him. But he'd done everything he needed to do. And, it was quite an easy, easy game for the German goalkeeper. And with all the speculation around, Martinez, who's now moved on as well and left the club to move to Burnley's Aston Villa there, it was really good for him, and quite a comfortable afternoon for him. And excuse me, it's he's going to have a lot harder games than that, because he didn't really have an awful lot to do in this one, and it was just comfortable and easy for him. And it's I said to my mate after on Facebook Messenger, most of that game he could have just pulled out a deck chair and started sunbathing, because he didn't really have anything to do.
But I would give that also credit to the defending of Arsenal. They were doing really good. It was hard for Fulham to actually get past our line, and when they did, they didn't have any support to actually face Leno. So
I think that's right. Bernie's put it in here. Willian looked like a completely different player under Arteta. Well, he's not a Chelsea reject. He's, Petr Cech, David Luiz and stuff have come to Arsenal, and people might say that they're agents or they're Chelsea rejects. Willian didn't look any sign of that on the weekend, and he was fantastic. He was involved in the first goal, was involved in the second goal as well. It was his corner that was met by his Brazilian teammate Gabriel, his fellow debutant as well. And that was a lovely moment for him to get that goal, and I'm sure that done him the world of good as well. And his confidence, great on the back of a little bit of a shaky start.
I just realized something. He basically assisted the 3 goals.
Yeah. Oh, we lost you. You're back.
I watched it.
Huh?
I've got a phone call. Sorry.
Oh, we lost you for a second when I asked you that question. So yeah, what was that about Willian? So yeah, we were just talking about Willian there getting those couple of goals. So Kingsley will be back in a minute, but sorry, getting involved in those 2 goals, I should say. And of course, he was involved in the third as well. He actually only got 2 assists from the one from the corner, and then the one from the second goal as well. The third goal for Aubameyang as well. So just hopefully you're going to be back now. Are you back now? Hello, are you there now? Unmute. No, you're not there. Hi, Si. You all right, mate? How are you? And then we've got. Let's see. Are you back? Are you in?
I'm here. Sorry.
Just decline that call next time.
It wouldn't have stopped unless I answered. I apologize to everybody. That's so unprofessional, but mothers. That's all I say.
Fair enough. Yeah, we were talking about Willian's involvement, and yeah, he did look a different player under Arteta. That ball to Gabriel from the corner as well was a really nice ball, and well, well played. And then the third goal as well, the Aubameyang goal, was another one that was a great pass to him, and Aubameyang just does what Aubameyang does, and it's a carbon copy of that goal in the Charity Shield in the cup final. Aubameyang cuts in and shoots from there, and you know where that's going to go. But you were just saying that about Willian; he was involved in all of the goals, yeah.
Yeah, I just realized that he was involved in all 3 of them. The first one, he tried to make the shot, didn't happen, so Laka did. The second one, he was from the corner.
Took the corner, and he was onto Gabriel's shoulder, off his shot.
It just snapped. He was the one that put in the corner. And the third one, he's the one that kicked it to Aubameyang. William.
It was good, wasn't he? He had a good. The afro, power's in the afro. No, he had a good game. And Gabriel, of course, after those first few minutes, he was solid as well. He had a really good game defensively. I think he won virtually every header. He might have even won every header by the end of the game. I don't know whether he missed too many headers. And of course, one of those was for the goal, the second goal, and it was a lovely ball in from Willian. Gabriel was, in the right place at the right time, and it was an easy goal, an easy touch for him, coming off of his shoulder. It wasn't even a direct header; it just come off his shoulder and went in and through the goalkeeper's legs.
I was noticing that it did come off his shoulder. I was like, they keep saying it was a header. I was like, I didn't see his head touch it.
No, it was off his shoulder and through the goalkeeper's legs. Yeah.
Oh, that I loved. I was like, dude.
It's that.
Like, that is some skill right there. Like, even if it wasn't necessarily a header, but to come off your shoulder and go straight through the goalkeeper's legs, come on.
And that goalkeeper, he had a decent game as well. He kept a few of the Arsenal shots at bay, and it could have been a lot more than 3-0 by the end. It could have easily been, 5, 6, 7, whatever, really, with the chances that we had. And, the Fulham keeper did kind of keep the score down a bit.
Yeah, Aubameyang could have had another goal before, but it was blocked.
That's right. And then Aubameyang's goal, the third goal, was a lovely finish as well. As I said it before, you just know that's going to go into the back of the net when he gets it, really. And when he cuts in like that, you're just like, yep, goal.
I think they have like something on Twitter that they say once it hits his left and goes to his right, or I could be saying it completely wrong, that goes from his right to his left, you already know it's going in the back of the net.
Yeah. And that's, no goalkeeper is going to save that because it was placed lovely. It was right placed at the perfect place as well. Really, no goalkeeper is going to get down and stop that.
No. They probably like move out of the way, like, oh, it's Aubameyang. Let me just move to this. Let me just go this way. I'm not even going to try.
So now, who were your sort of standout performances for the game? I know Willian, Gabriel. We didn't mention El Neni as well. El Neni was playing centre mid there. Displacing Danny Ceballos again.
And Elneny, I can't even say his name. El Nini. There we go. El Nini.
Yeah.
Sorry. American. Just blame the American part of me. Um, he's shocking me. The fact that, he wasn't even playing last season. This time he's come with a purpose. Like, you're not sending me off. I'm going to be here. And like, even in his interview afterwards, he's like, we're happy. Arteta's spoken with me and said that I'm needed in this team. That is big deal. When you tell a player that you're needed, they're in a different mindset. And I think
For
he
sure.
needed that.
And I think after the Community Shield as well, he put in a good performance in that, keeping Liverpool at bay. And then, another performance on the weekend as well. And he played really well. And it's going to be, we go to this coming weekend and we're at home to West Ham. And, Danny Ceballos come on and he showed flashes and glimpses of what he did last season. But El Neni, for me, I think he's in with a chance to start in this one as well.
He's showing good, like, I don't know the word to say. Like, he's just the skills, man. Wherever he was last season, he was working because he's come back with some skills. And who else stood out to me? Rob Holding.
Rob Holding, don't you mean run and do some amazing stick your tongue
Mr.
out?
Cheeky.
Stick your
I
tongue out.
loved that. Like, he was literally like, oh, excuse me. I got the ball. Okay. And then when he got it afterwards, he's like,
yeah, he sticks his tongue out, and then that's the corner, and then Willian takes the corner and we score. So Rob Holding there, that was he kind of got a little mini pre-assist, as they used to say in Ozil's days.
Exactly. And what an assist it was, because I'm sorry. That was funny. Like, it was just funny. I'm sorry. The way he went through those Fulham players, he's just kick.
It was quite a funny moment, and of course, it led to a goal as well. So he played a big part in that, and that makes it even more sweeter. The third goal, let's talk about that third goal for a minute. It started off with our goalkeeper, ended up with Aubameyang in the back of the net. And I think virtually every single player in our team touched the ball in that build-up, and it was amazing. Yeah,
it literally went, because you know how they played the back, so it went that way. That it kept going because they were fooling the Fulham players, and it was misdirection. They went that way, and then it got to Aubameyang, it got to Willian, then it got to Aubameyang.
And yeah, as I said, I think every player in our team touched the ball. It was a real
except
Arsenal,
for Laka. I don't think Laka touched the ball. Did he?
I don't know, but it was a real Arsenal-like goal anyway. There were so many touches, and it just when it fell to Aubameyang, you knew it was going in.
It was just beautiful. And if we continue playing like this, better watch it.
And then we've got West Ham this coming weekend as well, on Saturday, and they got beat as well. Spurs got beat. Yeah.
How did I know you're going to bring that up? Just how did I know?
But no, in terms of the West Ham game, I think we've got a good chance of getting a win there as well, because we actually showed some good performances on the weekend, and I think if we can carry that through into the weekend, I think the confidence levels are going to be high, and I think we'll do really well. We'll actually get I think we'll get another 3 points. I don't see anything other than an Arsenal win this weekend again.
I don't actually necessarily think it was just this weekend. It's been progressing. We're getting more controlled, more organized. It's been ever since the FA Cup. You've seen a different Arsenal, and it's because of Arteta. So I just think this is just a glimpse of what's to come. I think we're just going to keep pushing forward. Arteta already has a plan set. The players are on board for that plan, and it's just going to get better. Yes, we're going to have off times. We're going to go against tough rivals, but I think we are on the right path this season.
I think that's right. I think, towards the end of last season, we started off really well. After lockdown, the Man City game, sort of barring that one. Other than that, we started off really well. And then, we showed that we could compete against a lot of these teams You know, whether it was Liverpool, Man City, you know, Chelsea in there as well, Sheffield United, who were another form team at the time, Liverpool in the Shield. You know, we've shown that we can compete against some good sides though, and actually, yeah, you know, get some results along the way as well.
No, I 100% agree with that. You know, not to toot our own horn, but you know, ever since we started this, we've been winning. Just saying.
That's it. I don't think we've lost a single game, have we? I was just watching that goal again. Yeah, Laka was involved in it as well. There wasn't. I don't know if everyone was involved. There might have been one or two that weren't, but just wow, just literally, there's probably I don't know. I don't know how many passes there were, but it started with Leno, and then I think there's one. Let's have a look. 2, 3. Let's have a little count up here. 4. Back to Leno again, and then across to the other defender. 5, 6, 7. Hold on. 8. 9, about 10 or 11 touches, and then the ball's in the back of the net. So it's a really good goal.
It's beautiful. They did amazing.
And then, of course, you know, it's the 14th today as well. So hopefully, Aubameyang, you know, how good would it be if he were to sign this contract? And you know, it's not 14-14. It's gone past that. So, right, I'm just watching this bit of skill from Rob Holding again as well. Wow, that was outstanding. That was like unreal. I have to give that a bit of airtime because that was insane. But now, like, you know, what do you reckon in terms of Aubameyang? He's going to sign the thing. The deal is going to be done. The deal, I think, is done anyway. They're just waiting to announce it.
They're just
But
playing games with us, like right now. They really are, because it's already been out there that he's agreed to sign. He's turned down other teams. You know,
yeah,
he wants to stay here. Just announce it already. Stop playing with us. We already
that's
know
right.
he
Yeah,
was there. We heard
that's right.
he was
That's
there
right.
last night.
Yeah, it's West Ham that we've got next. Burnley at home, and I think we'll win that, as I said. So just looking at that bit of skill, and then that goal from Gabriel as well. Yeah, so I just have a little look at the lineup as well. We had quite a good lineup actually. I think Maitland-Niles put in a good shift as well. Another player that's been on the verge of possibly leaving, who might be leaving the club. He put in a
Oh no,
good
he's not for
performance.
sale. I'm sorry.
He,
Rejection.
he,
He's not for sale.
he played well. No, he did well. Hey Lolo, you all right?
Hey Lolo.
How you doing? But no, I think he did well at the weekend. I
He
think
did amazing. He's getting so much better since last season. I think that talk with Arteta was like what started it.
I think so. Yeah.
But like I said, he's not for sale. Sorry. No.
No. And of course, Rob Holding was another one as well. It was linked with a loan move to Newcastle. He kept a clean sheet on his debut there. Not on his debut there, on his debut for this season there. His first game of this season, I should say. And Newcastle got some money behind them. They're kind of splashing the cash a little bit in terms of that as well. But now I think Holding will stay. But I think even not just the little involvement for the goal, but I think he was all right. I think he didn't really have an awful lot to do defensively either, and when he did, he didn't really get caught out at all. So
no, I think Arsenal's getting stronger in the defense that they were lacking before. Now with Gabriel back there, is a good addition to that back lineup, and it's going to be hard for people to get through it.
Yeah, that's right. And of course, Saliba's to come in there as well. Another one that's didn't feature at the weekend, but he could still, get involved and be a part of that. And of course, another young player there as well. And maybe him and Gabriel might get a run out together. I know Saliba wasn't in the squad at the weekend, but maybe he'll get a chance to impress at the weekend when we play West Ham.
Maybe, definitely. I love Arteta's plan. He only puts people in that he knows are ready.
Yeah.
He's not going to put you in if he doesn't think you're necessarily ready. So they just have to show that they're ready to do this.
That's right. And then what about, some of the other games that we've got coming up as well. We've got Liverpool coming up again soon in 2 weeks' time. And of course, we've shown that we can play well against them and get results against them. But what's going to be different about them is they're going to want to 100% go for the win this time. And, yes, before around the Community Shield, they might not have taken it as seriously as what we were. And then, the Premier League as well, after the restart, they'd already won the league by that point and kind of just taken their foot off the gas and stuff. There'd be a different Liverpool side and they'd be a lot more intense.
I don't necessarily say they maybe with the Shield they took off the foot off the gas for the first half, but for that second half they were fighting and we still kept up with them. So I just think when we face Liverpool again, it's gonna be a good match. It's gonna be a fight because Arsenal's not playing around this year, and I can't wait to see it. I really can't.
I think it's a good time to play Liverpool as well. Reece, the Leeds fan, Leeds gave Liverpool a scare on the weekend as well. They got 3 goals in that one and only narrowly lost 4-3. And, it might be a good time to play Liverpool because they might have a little bit of a hangover from winning the Premier League last season. They might still be, not in the greatest of shapes there. And you could see at the weekend, I don't know whether you saw the game, but I saw the game and Leeds gave them a really good match. And yeah, they were unfortunate not to get something. And, if Leeds can do that, a newly promoted team, then I think we can give them a good opportunity as well. And no disrespect to the likes of Patrick Bamford, who Leeds have got in their team, but, they're not a patch on Aubameyang and Lacazette and Willian and Pepe and guys like that.
No, I agree with you. Like, if Leeds could contend with them, not saying that Leeds is a bad team, imagine a team that's been fighting for this, that's been working hard to change themselves. Arsenal is focused. I seriously am excited for this game because I want to see what comes up.
And, there was a few mistakes in that game. Virgil van Dijk, one of the main sort of centre-backs in the world, had a game there where, he made another mistake again. He made a mistake against Arsenal at the end of last season as well. He was at fault for one of the goals. But yeah, I think I agree with that, Reece, as well, in regards to Leeds, that they're going to battle in the Premier League. You can see them getting a couple of results against some of the bigger teams. I think you're probably right that, they did well at the weekend. And bar one or two moments, could have got a result. They were unfortunate not to get a draw. And on another day, to go to Anfield and get 3 goals, most teams that do that will win.
And they have the factor that a lot of teams are going to underestimate Leeds, and Leeds are going to be like, no. Yeah. They're going to come fight for it. Don't underestimate the underdog. They have more to fight for.
That's right. And, it could have been a completely different game for us on Saturday as well. Take, Fulham was to get that early opportunity there when Gabriel messed up. If they were to put that in and make it 1-0, it's a different game altogether then. And, the momentum's with them because they're a newly promoted team as well. So that was really important for Leno to get down and to make that save because it could have really been a different game when, if we were to go 1-0 down that early on. Because, it'll be a bit of a struggle then because Fulham, they didn't really create an awful lot. But, that's kind of a sign of you got to be switched on from the first minute.
You do. Definitely do. You can't slack off.
Let's have a look at some of the other results as well. I know there was a few results that kind of stood up and made me take note over the weekend in the Premier League. So there was the games on Saturday, which saw, of course, us beat Fulham, which was the early game. Crystal Palace beat Southampton, Liverpool beat Leeds, and then Newcastle beat West Ham. Sunday, Leicester went to West Brom and won 3-0. It's a good result for them as well, away from home. Everton going to Tottenham and winning 1-0 as well, with the 3 new signings in their team. That was a good performance from Everton, and they, could have had maybe another goal or 2 there as well. And it's always good to see Spurs lose on the first weekend of the season and see them down at the bottom with, other teams that look like they're going to get relegated this year. And then today we've got games in 2 hours' time. Sheffield United and Wolves, and then later on Brighton and Chelsea as well. And Chelsea has strengthened well. They've got quite a lot of new signings in, and they've spent quite a lot of money, so they're going to be a threat this year as well.
No, this season's starting off really good. And I'm just, speaking as Arsenal behalf. Like Arsenal started really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a little bit sweet that, Spurs is, lost. But just saying.
It's always sweet when they lose, especially when the men and the women lose on the same weekend, and Arsenal women win both their games.
I didn't know that, but okay.
But no, so yeah, we'll just having a look here. I think Martinez is done to Aston Villa. I just want to confirm that as well.
I think I saw that on Twitter that it is gone through. Yeah.
I want to see whether it's like it says he's agreed to the deal. He hasn't actually, done his medical or whatever yet, but the deal was done for 20 million. And then Lucas Torreira is going back to Italy as well. I'm trying to remember where it was he was going to. I think it was Torino, and that will help to fund one of the deals, whether it's Thomas Partey or Hassan Muar that we go in for then to kind of strengthen the squad up a little bit more.
Definitely. I mean, it's sad to see Torreira go, but if it helps us, it helps us.
It is, he's a fighter, he's a warrior, and he scored against Tottenham, so you can't take away that. Whatever happens, I'll always watch that goal back again and be like, well, you're always a good player to me if you can do that. And of course, that was what kind of got us the 2-goal cushion back in that game, and there was no way back for them after that when we went on and won 4-2. It just kind of shut them out after that.
Was that the one where he got a yellow because he took off his shirt and ran behind the goal?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I like that goal. That was a good one.
It's a nice little goal. He hasn't really done too much else for Arsenal. He's been a bit injured as well, with like injury prone and stuff. But there's quite a few players that we're going to look to ship out. I think Socrates is going to leave as well. I don't know what's happening with Ozil. Yet again, Ozil wasn't even in the squad at the weekend. It's a bit of a strange one.
But he was on FIFA.
Well, yeah. he might have been on FIFA or one of his console games or whatever, but he wasn't playing. So anyway, it's a little bit different for Ozil. It'd be nice if he actually did get a little run out in the squad. I know, people are saying that he might be on his way to, to just kind of having a season where he doesn't do an awful lot this season, just sitting out of the squad a lot and then leaving in the summer next year. But he's part
like last season.
Yeah, and the season before, and the season before that, and the season before that, and the season before that. But no, like nothing's different, nothing changes. But no, I think we kind of covered the game. I'm losing my voice as well because I've just done another hour stream beforehand, so I've been speaking for like an hour and a half now, solid. I didn't want to jump on and do this straight away after when I got no voice, but there we go. I think we're going to probably wrap it up there. It's been a bit of a shaky podcast because we started early and we was a bit of a weird one when we started live. Sorry, we went live.
I did the boo-boo of talking. It's all right. And then the phone call, but it happens. And before we do wrap up, I do want to mention when in the second half when Danny Ceballos did come in. And his little cheeky between the legs move. Come on,
that was pretty good. Yeah.
What are these skills? Oh my god, I love it.
And he come on, Pepe come on. Who else came on? Eddie Nketiah come on as well. And none of them really did too much in the game. Ceballos had that little touch there and that opportunity. But other than that, it was kind of a bit like, just a really kind of basic performance from the subs. None of them really stood out too much because the game was done by that point.
It was done, but like the skills, like the little skills you saw, like Eddie getting the touch right when he came on. He literally already had a touch with the ball. Danny with that between the legs. It's showcasing the skills that we have within our team that you can look forward to this season. So it's just like, oh yes, Arsenal.
That's it. We'll do some quick player ratings to round out the video as well. Leno didn't really do anything wrong. Didn't really make any spectacular saves or anything like that as well. Apart from that one where he got down low to stop them from going 1-0 up early. Yeah, I think I'll have to give him a 6, to be honest. He was, they just didn't put a foot wrong, but didn't do anything spectacular.
I'd still give him a 7 because it's Leno.
Jay Leno. And then Hector Bellerin on the right. He was another one that was involved a little bit in going forward.
He got a lot of good touches. Like he was fighting for the ball. He got the ball back. Like I love that about Arsenal, is that they're getting
won the ball
possession back.
Yeah, he did.
And they're getting better at winning the ball back. So.
What would you say to him then? What would you give him as a rating? I'll probably give him a 7, to be honest.
I would stick with 7 because there wasn't any like outstanding things. Winning back the ball, he did amazing.
Yeah.
But there wasn't like something that was like, ooh.
Nah, that's true. It's the same with all the defenders, really. None of them really did too much in terms of, going forward, apart from Gabriel, and we'll get into him next. And I can't not give him a 9. I thought he was excellent after that mistake.
No, he got a 9. 100% he got a 9. For that shoulder header or whatever, that deserves a 9.
Yeah, it would have been a 10 if he didn't make that silly mistake as well. It was almost a perfect debut. Rob Holding next to him, slightly marked down a little bit because he wasn't as good as Gabriel, but he still did all right as well. I'll give him an 8.
No, I was about to say that. I was like, it's not a 9, but it's an 8. Just for that cheeky sticking your tongue out, you got an 8.
Kieran Tierney again as well, playing centre back. As I said, Gabriel's the standout of the centre back for me, so he can have an 8 as well.
Who was the player you just said? Sorry,
Tierney, Scottish Tierney.
I for some reason I saw him a bit shaky this game.
Yeah, like it wasn't as composed as he normally is. Yeah.
Like he kept sending the ball off the pitch a couple of times. I'm just like, dude, that's not you. So I would say 6, because he was a bit shaky this time. I don't know what was going on mentally, but there were a couple of mistakes that he did that like he sent Aubameyang like out of balance, and it's like, no, you don't do that.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's gonna come back. There was something off about him.
I think he will. I'm going to knock it down actually from an 8 to a 7. I think that's fair enough. Ainsley on the left as well. He looks all right. He put in a decent performance. I'll give him a 7 as well.
I agree with the 7. He creates opportunities. He's good at getting himself inside the pitch when he needs to be.
And then midfield, El Neni, we'll start with him. Good performance. Really, did the job. Went under the radar a little bit, and he's the kind of midfielder that you get no thrills from him, but he never makes any mistakes really. So he can have a 7 as well.
No, I agree with you on that one. They did good.
And Xhaka alongside him as well was involved, in the first goal a bit. He put in a good performance as well, and I think I'll give him a 7 too.
He was really good at winning back the balls as well. So, and then I just felt like he's really good at assessing a situation. I just love that about him. So, I would say an 8.
Yeah, I might actually have to up it to an 8. He did actually win a few balls back in there as well in the middle of the park. That's a good point. Let's have a look. Who else did we have playing? We had Willian. So the Mr. Afro. 2 official assists, 3 if you count the one that was saved and then put in by Lacazette. Didn't do anything wrong. Hit the post from a free kick as well. And that would have been a perfect debut if that free kick had gone in.
That's another one.
Yeah.
He was so close. If it was just a little bit more. But to come off where he was blocked and get that opportunity, oh my gosh. I'm giving him an 8, but I know he's going to be like up 9, 10s when he finally gets going.
I think even there, you have to give him more than an 8 because I think he was on the verge of being man of the match as well with Gabriel. I gave Gabriel a 9, so I'm going to give Willian the same.
All right, I agree with you. 9.
because he obviously was involved in all of the goals there, and some sort of
That is true. He was involved in every single. Shoot, 9.5.
don't do halves.
I do.
No, 9. We don't do half marks. And then what else do we have? Who else do we have? We had Aubameyang, Lacazette, and that was it, wasn't it? So Aubameyang, lovely goal, really good goal, team goal, beautiful team goal. I'm going to give him a 9 as well. No, 9 as well.
Well, I'm giving him a 10.
I'll give him a 10 if he signs the contract before we get off. I'll give him a 9 for now.
Nah, I'm biased, but no, he was a solid 9. He really was.
You can have a 10 if he's signed the contract. And Lacazette, work rate was always good. Scored a goal, 8.
I'm actually, and I have a different reason why I'm giving him a 9.
Yeah.
He's really good at pressing, and that's something that's very overlooked by other fans and stuff like that. That they're like, "Oh, what does Laka do?" He's so good at pressing that you just overlook it. Like the fact that certain teams make mistakes is because Laka is there and he's pressing them, and they have nowhere to go, and that's where we win the ball back.
Yeah,
that's a lot of work that he does.
I think actually I might have to agree and give him a 9 as well. Actually, for the pressing game and the goal as well, because that was the goal that kind of kicked us into action, getting the first one there. So I would actually up that to a 9 as well. That was the full starting 11, wasn't it? The subs that came on: Dani Ceballos, Edin Nketiah, and Pepe. Ceballos, for that just one bit of skill on his own, gets a 7.
I agree with you. I was going to say 7.
And then the other two didn't really do an awful lot. Didn't have much time. Probably a standard 6 for the pair.
I agree with you. They didn't have. I mean, they did good with getting touch on the ball, but they didn't really do much. So I would agree with you with 6 for both of them.
And then of course we'll go into the last one, which is the manager. Good performance from the team. Winning start. Picked a winning lineup. Put a strong side out, and I'd have to give him a 9, I think, as well.
I give him a 9 because you could hear him on the side.
You could hear him. Yeah, I was a little bit disappointed because I watched the game with the crowd noise on, and they kind of did keep referring to that point that Arteta was very vocal. And next game when we play on the weekend, I'm going to listen to it without the crowd noise on, just to kind of hear his kind of interaction with the players, because according to what I've heard and what people have said, it's been very strong in his communication with the players. It was literally non-stop shouting in about 4 different languages.
Yeah, that's what I heard, was that he was speaking in so many different languages, and that shows the passion as a manager that he is, that he will learn different languages so you can communicate with your team. And I actually heard him over the crowd noises. No lie.
Yeah.
Like if you listen carefully, you hear him. He's
always loud. He's always vocal. He's always trying to get at the team and motivate everybody. I think he'd be a great manager to play under. I really do. I think he'd be excellent to learn under.
Definitely.
So I think we'll wrap it up there. Actually, we've been going for around about 45 minutes. So thank you to everybody that's been in the chat there. Cynthia as well just said she popped in to say hello. Thanks for doing that. But yeah, we'll be back next week on the back of the West Ham game. Hopefully we can keep the winning record going as well, of winning all the games and then coming on for a podcast on the back of a win, because I like that. I'm quite pleased. But when we do one after a loss, I'm going to be like, what's this?
What happened here?
I'm very used to coming on after wins now.
Well,
but no, thanks.
Now, knock on wood. Wait, hold on.
There's wood here. We're good. We won't lose to West Ham. I don't think we'll lose to West Ham. I think it'll be another convincing, comfortable win for me. Probably be another 2 or 3 goals again in that as well. And yeah, then I can wind up my neighbour because he's a West Ham fan. So there we go. I haven't seen him. on the back of this weekend. Yeah, I was talking to him on Saturday.
This is what you need to do. You need to buy yourself an Arsenal flag and put it on your door.
He knows I'm an Arsenal fan. I was talking to him about the football on Saturday. He's like, "Oh, I'm a big West Ham fan." Yeah, like was it Saturday, Friday? And yeah, next time I see him, I'll be like, "So, what's it like in Newcastle this time of the year?"
But it doesn't matter that he knows. Is that when we win, he's gonna see the Arsenal flag on your door.
Yeah, that's true. But now we've been on for 45 minutes, as I said, so we're going to wrap it up there. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching as well if you've watched the stream. And we'll be back next week on the back of West Ham, on the back of another victory, hopefully, as well. And thanks for joining in the stream. And we will be back then. So take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your week. Hopefully Spurs lose in the Europa League and everyone's able to enjoy that. And yeah. I'm going to go and rest my voice for a few hours because I've got another stream in 3 and a bit hours' time. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care. And we're going to end that. Bye now.
Bye.